Greetings, Irene, too. I am Art Sub-Commander Jetrix of the Charanamaja from Sagittarius 9. This is a general 4-question survey of humanity before you are invaded. Your interview begins in a few moments. Do not be alarmed. Your memories will be wiped at the end of this interview, and just relax and stay comfortable. And before we start, I want you to know I don't normally do these interviews in person, but there was a mistake made in personnel, and here I am.
All right.
All right. I'm sorry.
Please don't wipe my memory too much.
I'll try to only wipe the parts involving this survey and not touch the other parts.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Very good. Survey question 1. What is it you do for a living?
I am a stand-up comedian.
So you do a lot of standing up, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I do a lot of standing up and then telling jokes into a microphone to audience members, and sometimes they laugh and sometimes they don't laugh.
But a lot of time on your feet is what I'm hearing. I think that would be helpful if you're selected to be one of the slaves.
Yeah, but I also have scoliosis, so, I would prefer to sit down.
Well, I'm afraid the choices are slaves or food, so if you did want to sit down, I mean, we could fatten you up for a while and you could stay sitting down that way.
Oh, I'll do this. I'll do the standing then.
Very good, very good. Survey question 2. What resources do you have that can be exploited by the Charan Armada?
I can ride a skateboard, kind of well, not that well. Okay, well enough. I'm pretty short and small, so I can get into, small spaces. And
that would be useful for mining, certainly.
Oh, yes, yeah, that would be good. And I don't know what else. I have pretty bad eyesight, so probably not that.
Well, mining again, you don't really need to see very well. It's in the dark.
That's true. Well, I probably would be good at mining.
Very good, and you stand a lot, which helps too. I from what I understand, they do a lot of standing while holding picks, and I don't really know what miners do. I don't do any mining myself, but I assume it's a lot of standing.
Yeah.
All right, survey question 3. What, Irene 2, are your greatest weaknesses?
My greatest weaknesses are fear of failure. So I get and I don't like being under pressure. So this is a little nerve-wracking right now, since this is my last interview before I forget everything. I have very weak upper body strength.
That would be harmful in the mines then. So there's a drawback there.
Yeah.
All right.
But the legs are okay.
The legs are okay. Well, we may have to find another use. We'll have to come up with something. I could see that you'd be more useful as slave than food. Just talking to you now.
Oh, thank you.
And survey question 4, the final question. Do you fear being dominated by the Charan Armada? And what could we do to make your impending enslavement more enjoyable?
Yes, this is quite frightening. And maybe one last great meal would be nice.
A good meal. I could certainly arrange that.
And not like your food, like our food.
Oh, well, that would be a little more difficult. I was about to ask you what you thought of human.
Yeah, no, I don't want to eat a person.
All right. Well, that might be more difficult, but I'll see what we can arrange.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you, Irene, too. We have come to the end of our interview. Is there anything you wish to ask or any statement you wish to make before we do wipe your memory?
Well, if anyone wants to come see me do stand-up before we no longer have stand-up comedy, that would be fun. Just find me online at Irene 2.
I will probably not do that myself, but if anyone out there is listening, I'm sure they will be doing that very shortly. They won't have much time left.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for taking our survey, and the Charan Armada appreciates your cooperation.
Well, please keep in mind that I was very cooperative before you send me off to do slave labor.
You absolutely were. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.